Opening act fade to black Basil Karlo. Once Gotham's greatest stage actor now struggles with irrelevance. We open with a haunting monologue in an empty theater. His voice cracks, mask peels. Flashbulbs of fame and betrayal flicker across broken mirrors backstage. He's haunted by the announcement of a major remake of The Terror, his breakout film. Without him, the studio has chosen a younger, flashier actor. A slow burn begins in Karlo's soul. The broken face, we see Basil's aging face under harsh lights, scars, botched cosmetic work, internal pain. He spirals, drinking alone, watching old reels, mimicking lines from memory. His last friend, a makeup artist named Lydia, urges him to move on. He whispers, "I'll play the role, even if it kills me." Later, he's offered help by a shadowy biotech company, Daggett Industries. Whoa. The serum Daggett's rep claims their regenerative serum can restore youth and flexibility, meant for wounded soldiers. Desperate, Karlo agrees to be a secret test subject. He injects the compound, believing it will reshape his failing career, starting with his face. The transformation is immediate and painful. Muscles stretch, skin bubbles, bones liquefy. Then, silence. He passes out. Out of shape, Karlo wakes in a puddle, literally. He slowly reforms into a twisted version of himself. His body is pliable but unstable. The mirror shows him shifting, like clay. He screams, not in pain, but in possibility. He can be anyone now. Trial and error Karlo experiments. First, minor changes, nose, jaw, eyes. Then he mimics others, actors, producers, critics. He discovers he can mimic voices and movements perfectly. But the longer he stays transformed, the more he forgets himself. Identity begins slipping like wet clay. He locks himself away to study his limits. Murder in the mirror, Karlo attends a party thrown by the producer who recast him. Masquerading as a fan, he corners the man and loses control. His body warps, arms elongate, face melts into a monster. He crushes the man, leaving no trace but clay and panic. CCTV footage is inconclusive. Multiple people seem to leave the party. The press dubs the killer the Faceless Man. Montoya investigates Detective Renee. Montoya is put on the case. She notices patterns. The killer leaves residue, but no identity. A clay fingerprint, partially human, confirms this is no ordinary killer. She's reminded of past experiments with bioweapons. She traces everything back to Daggett Industries, but they deny involvement. The actor returns. Karlo returns to the stage as other people. He haunts his own play by replacing actors mid-performance. Audiences are terrified, believing the show is cursed. Lydia realizes the truth. Karlo has become something else. She tries to help, but he warns her to stay away. He's not just me anymore, he whispers. Lost in the cast, Karlo now wears other faces even while alone. He begins hallucinating. Roles and characters talk to him. A mental breakdown begins. He sees his past selves arguing inside mirrors. The serum has broken his mind along with his body. He begins forgetting who Basil even is. Each transformation is faster but harder to reverse. Batman's Trail Batman brief cameo or off-screen presence begins investigating the bizarre killings. He confirms that Karlo is no longer human. Montoya teams up with him unofficially. They find a clay-soaked crime scene where no murder occurred. Only a name scratched into the wall, a Basil Karlo. Batman warns, he doesn't need to kill anymore. Now he just wants to perform. The rehearsal, Karlo kidnaps actors from the Terror reboot cast. He forces them to rehearse the film his way. He morphs between roles, hero, villain, victim, living the film obsessively. It becomes a twisted therapy session. Some actors try to escape. Only one survives to tell the tale. Lydia's plan. Lydia confronts Montoya with what she knows. She proposes luring Karlo back to the old Monarch Theater. Montoya sets the trap, using Lydia as bait. She broadcasts a fake casting call for the final role. Karlo, now in hiding, watches through multiple stolen faces. He weeps and accepts the invitation. Curtain call at the empty theater. Karlo arrives as a dozen people. He walks through illusions, past versions of himself speaking in chorus. Batman is waiting in the shadows. They engage in a brutal, grotesque fight, Karlo morphing constantly. Batman uses cryogenic gel to slow him down. But Karlo is tired, he whispers. He don't know how to stop. Collapse of Clay Karlo loses control mid-scene. He shifts into all his roles at once, creating a melting, agonized mess of faces. He begs for help as he slips into a swamp of memory. Lydia recites one of his favorite monologues, bringing him clarity. He lets go. Batman seals him in a cryo chamber beneath Arkham. Gotham reacts, the city reels from the reveal that the killer was once a beloved star. Media spins stories about lost fame, forgotten faces, and biotech abuse. Montoya exposes Daggett Industries publicly. Gotham begins to crack down on black market enhancements. Karlo's old films surge in popularity. Ironically, he's become famous again. Lydia's farewell Lydia visits Arkham, placing a theater mask at his frozen chamber. I'll remember who you were, not what you became. She walks away, unsure if he hears her. Behind the glass, Karlo shifts faintly. His eyes blink. A smile forms in the ice. Post-credit scene #1 Suicide Squad tease, Amanda Waller reviews Karlo's case file. Regenerating shapeshifter, criminal mind, emotional instability, useful enough. Explorer. She writes his name on a new roster, a Task Force X beta list. Post-credit scene #2 Gotham rumors, a new GCPD recruit tells Montoya he saw his partner act weird, then disappear. She rushes to the scene. Nothing remains but a clay smudge on the steering wheel. She whispers, he's still out there. Alternate ending set up in a dark sewer, a fragment of Karlo reforms into a smaller version of himself. It giggles, still broken, but free. This is Splinter's self walks away with its own mind. One word echoes, encore. The face shifts into Montoya. Final message over black screen, the greatest lie an actor ever told was pretending he was okay. Then the title reappears, Clayface will return.